Good morning everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's Pegasus here with another Star Trek Fleet Command video, and as you can see on your screen right now, it's patch day! And look, Rom has arrived! Well, given last month was a bit of a boring arc, except for those who love miners, I'm going to try and be a bit more balanced with my reviews and comments in the future about this arc. So bear in mind, so we finally got Rom, and I'm not quite sure who this other Ferengi is, and looking back, it looks like small lobes in clothes. I'm going to be guessing this may be Ishka, or it's Mugi. I'm thinking it's Mugi, but that's just the first impression on this. I do not know until we get further into the notes. So it looks like we're getting another 2 Ferengi officers to add to the synergy, to add to the group, which is going to be brilliant. So, introducing the second part of Rules of Acquisition. Let's just say I have a vested interest in your current situation. I can help you. Ooh, right. Now, if we go back a bit, if we just take a step back, the missions ended where Fess double-crossed his brother Arok, and he double-crossed us at the same time, proving that he was actually the head of security for the is it the market? I can't remember what it was now. I mean, that's how interesting last month was. I can't even remember what it was we were chasing, but we was always one step behind, and it was because of Fess. So by the looks of it now, the missions are going to show us we're going to get some help. And the missions ended with Quark showing up. And that was the core missions. Not the side missions, just the core missions. In the side missions, Quark got screwed over. Which is nothing new for Quark. So, what am I looking for? We're just going to quickly touch on this as well. What am I going to look for this month? Well, this month, I'm looking for massive improvement. A massive improvement. Not as much mining, and for heaven's sake, please keep the armadas low. That's what I'm also looking at, but we'll know that when we look at the event calendar later on today, which will be released most likely around about the same time the arc gets released, which will be around about 1600 hours UTC. And if you want to know where to find it, go on, click that top left hand button, which brings up your profile, and the bottom left hand of your profile screen is the UTC time, and that is general for around the world. So one time on there, that is that. And I'm sorry to say, that's the current UK time as well. So, I mean, as you can see from the time on my screen, it's 9:23 in the morning, so I'm recording this now. So, let's get back to the patch. So, your back is up against the wall. Fess, and that's it, the Black Market Network. I'm sure some of you would have been screaming at the screen about saying, it's there. It's on the screen. If you read the screen, it's right there. So, yes, it's there. Network has outsmarted you at every turn, and now your ally, Arok, is being held hostage by his own brother. The situation looks bleak. You receive help from a surprising source, Quark. Quark plans to pursue Fess and Arok stole Quark's prize ship, the Fisher. Oh yes, and that was in the side mission. That was side mission. Where he got screwed over. Before ever meeting you, with his contacts and resources, you managed to put together a plan to stop Fess, potentially to bring down the network for good. With the use of a dangerous computer virus that can leave their internal systems and data in ruins. Oh, a new computer virus. Wonder what that could mean. And is that just going to be part of the missions, or is there going to be a feature for a mechanic for that? Of course, it won't be easy, but if you and Quark are on the network's hit list, you can stay one step ahead of them long enough to enact your plan, or will they cut down another one of your plans? Ooh, so even after all the times we have encountered them, I still do not think we understand just how vast and powerful they are. Yes, right, well, we definitely got the general gist during the core missions in the last arc that this network is big, it is powerful, and especially having a backstabbing weasel of a Ferengi as a head of security, yet they are going to stay one step ahead of you. So, what we got coming up then? 15 new missions, new type of events, cross-server. Ooh, cross-server. 2 new officers, more research. Oh, research. Could that be aimed at the Feature to improve it? Especially mining raw latinum, because heaven forbid it bloody needs it. A new Trellisgun torpedo, I'll probably pronounce that wrong, but we've got a new torpedo projectile. Okay, so 2 new missions. This will be your core missions. New missions. Coordinate you in taking down the malicious black market network that caused chaos, but don't forget rule of acquisition 200. A Ferengi chooses no side but his own. Quark's ultimate goal is to recover the Feature. And then you get 5 missions to introduce. Now, literally, how to pronounce the name's gone. Lexa. Oh no, Lexa, yeah, this must be the new Ferengi, so it's not Moogie. It's not Moogie. It's someone called Lexa, a Ferengi arms dealer who you contacted with a very lucrative contract. Okay, cross-server leaderboard events. New cross-server leaderboard events allow you to compete against other players across different servers in a single, simultaneous event, where there's more fierce competition. There will be greater rewards, and now's your chance to show and prove you're the best in the galaxy. Greater rewards. Ooh! Now, given the way this arc is working, I'm going to guess that Latinum is going to be part of these rewards. It's just a guess. Because obviously, remember, I'm not a content creator. I do not have any notes on what's coming up. I'm literally finding all this out at the same time you guys are. When the servers go down for maintenance and the patch notes come out. So when you read the patch notes, whether it's on your own or you're going through them with me on this video, or one of the other content creators who do videos on the patch notes as well. So, and given the way the missions were paying out Latinum last month, I'm going to guess that the Latinum was going to be part of these rewards. And please, heaven for God, let there be some bloody materials which we can actually use. I need to start building up to get my jellyfish. Okay, so moving on then, we're going to move to the officers. And here is Rob. Oh, and he's an epic officer. Epic! God, another epic. How many more epics are we going to get? Captains maneuver. Decline their generosity. When attacking a station, ROM delays opponent's ship and defense platforms weapons for 1 round. This ability does not gain with synergy group benefits. So this is a station attacking officer, but the problem is it's a captain's maneuver. Now your standard base cracking crew is Khan and Jocelyn, and then obviously either someone else from the synergy, or if you're using the Epic Enterprise, G3 Enterprise, Kirk. Because yes, you need Kirk on the Enterprise to keep its shields up, which means it stays in that battle against the station a bit longer. But if you're using anything else like the best base cracking ship in the game, the Saladin, especially when you're in the late 20s, early 30s, obviously I use Marla as my third officer on the bridge. But this officer is obviously going to be a base attacking officer, so which gives you an opportunity to have a second base cracking crew, because if it delays them firing for 1 round. And by the sound, this is not a percentage, this is not a RNG chance. This looks like it's going to be a straight out 1 round delays it, so you've got that chance to do that bit more damage. So you could use it as a support ship, use the first one, your Khan crew, to attack the base, get the shields down, send the next ship in with Rom on as captain, and then you can take advantage of the fact that the shields have already been damaged and you can get straight in and do a little bit more damage. Impress with your opulence. When attacking a station, ROM increases the number of shots of your ship's weapons by 50%. So there's your gain. So again, he's definitely going to be a base attacking officer. Like looking at this officer, I mean, you could pair him up with Khan. you could forget the captain's ability altogether and just say, right, stuff it. I'd rather have the weapons increase, the number of shots increase by 50%, 70, 120, 150%. I mean, 3 times the amount. Wow. So I definitely think I would take that. So from now, by looks of it, my base cracking crew is now going to be Khan, Rom, and Kirk, because obviously I now use my Enterprise, even though it's tier 4, and hence the reason why I want more materials, so I can get it up, because that's still quite low for an Ops 39. So here's your next one then. Oh no, her name is Kath. Hello, Kath. And she's a rare officer. So what's the captain's ability? Rely on nobody. Sorry, my effect. Increases repair cost efficiency of the ship by 40%. Boring. I never use that ability for a captain. I never put an officer on, send it out to go kill something, and then come back. Oh, I'm going to get faster repairs. I'm going to get more efficiency on repairs because I've got so-and-so as a captain's ability. Just like Keenza is better at away missions or as a stat builder below deck. So, yeah, I'm not going to be bothered about her captain's ability. Officer ability, show them what you can do. If the opponent is a hostile, so this is red dots. She's a kinetic reduction. She's a Talon. She is a Talon. She is a rare Talon. She's a rare Talon. Wow. It means you could go up against kinetic. Yeah. Wow. It means you've got a better chance of dealing some more damage to those heavy hostiles in the capital systems, the heavy transports. Wow, we finally actually have another officer to give us a second crew. So now we can have Talon on one ship and Kath on another. We can send 2 ships out finally. But this one's obviously going to be better, being the fact she's a rare officer. And obviously she goes up to 25%. Now, I'm not quite sure what Talon caps out at. So that's going to be the interesting one. And obviously it only works on hostiles under level 51. So, I'd be interested to see what the content creators come up with this one. Because this looks like it's going to be a good officer. Despite the fact that captain's ability is there, her officer ability, Scopely, you've really hit the head on the nail on the head today. And I think, so, looking at the patch notes so far, we now have an improvement on last month. Definitely looking at this. So we have a base attacking officer in Rom, and now we have a hostile hunter. So 3 new 3 new researchers. Oh, and then Prime! What a shocker. Prime stellar cargo increases it by 400%. Wow. So, yeah, Prime Vidar cargo increases it by 100%. Yeah, that's going to be great for my OPC hunting. And Prime ship repairs. Now, that's going to be the one that's going to be of more benefit for those, especially in the G4 and G5 regions, considering how much it costs. Now, what this 100% will be, it says to base cost, which means, to be honest, it might not even be that much of an improvement. If it's anything like that station assault, which is 100% to your base, it's not going to be worth that much, but it could be worth a tiny bit, especially in the G4, G5 regions where the cost is quite high. Just even taking that small extra amount off, which might not be noticeable, it might be noticeable, you don't know. It might be a benefit. For anything like G3 and G2, yeah, it's not going to be worth it. But I've got a funny feeling you're going to need G5 to actually do it. But hey ho. So this is your new torpedo. Woohoo! Nice. Celebrate St. Patrick's Day Ferengi style with the new torpedo. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Trilasculon? Is it? Yep, there you go. There's a pronunciation. Acquiring this provides a permanent 20% protected cargo to all ships. Ooh, so unlock this one and you get 20% extra, which is going to be fantastic for those who like to mine overnight. because I'm then not having to find someone like one of 11 or DuPont to put on my ship. I can just rely on this extra percentage. So, avatars: Epic Rom, Rare Ferengi Officer, Uncommon St. Patrick's Day Avatar. So, by the looks of it, obviously because St. Patrick's Day is coming up, it looks like we're going to maybe have an event around St. Patrick's Day. I can't guarantee it, but let's just see what happens. Crossover event avatar, rare and epic crossover avatars, and the Planet Killer avatar based on the winning from the contest that Scopely ran. Woo! Frames: St. Patrick's Day frame, Ferengi frame, and Ferengi ears. You can get your ears. So, improvements. Added improvement to sort officers based on traits in the way. Hey, finally, this is something the community has been asking for. The content creators have also been pushing. Now it's finally being added. Sort by traits, which means now you can make sure that your best traits, you've got the best chance of getting that critical success. Improved drop-down lists to be scrollable to prevent them from going off-screen on low-resolution devices. Okay. Added memory full warning message with opt-out for disk errors. Okay, that probably sounds like a PC improvement, that one. And here we go, a slew of bug fixes. So apparently the Discovery was unable to summon and jump to certain systems, so that's been fixed. Okay, so correctly using some languages. Relevant traits were incorrectly displayed as a result screen of completing way mission. Okay. Yep, so I'm sure you're reading this as going along. Fix an issue to trait dots on the corner of the officer's avatar were incorrectly displayed or missing in the assignment screen. I do apologise, I do have a bit of a bunged up nose at the minute. Fixed a visual issue with tokens appearing instead of 1 second. Oh, right, okay, so that's in the pack. I'm not bothered about that bit. Fix an issue where the emojis are not displayed correctly in chat. Okay. Fix an issue where your name tag was incorrectly displayed in the middle of the Borg Mega Cube system. Okay, that's a new one. Fix an issue where the dialogue in mission undisclosed was showing the text for the Borg leader instead of for the Borg queen. Okay, so that's a mission that's high up in the levels, I'm presuming. I don't remember that mission, so... But then again, I just usually sort of fly through the missions. Fix an issue where the background was incorrectly displayed while the research node was open. Okay. Fix an issue where some planet names were incorrectly displayed in the cylinder system. Fix an issue where replace button was getting enabled for a fraction of a second and tapping on lines consumables. Oh, okay. Fix an issue where locations were linked to the Great Tribble Hunt mission during the fourth step were not correct. Oh, okay. Fix an issue in Dialogue in Vendetta Part 5 mission was incorrect. Fix an issue where 2 store tabs could be selected at the same time. Okay, that's a new one. Title of rewards appeared. Okay. Yep. And then text scaling was inconsistent in the building, research, construction, scrapping queues in the HUD optimized space. Okay, so by the looks of it... Oh, there was an issue with Dry Dock G as well, where players couldn't cloak. That's an interesting one. The event store carousels moving to the right when selecting an offer and going back to the main screen. All right, yeah, I do know something about that one. And it's not just the event store either. It's also with the scrolling with the officers. You select an officer and then suddenly it just moves from where you was. Fix an officer. Offer card alerts could be missing. Okay, that's another one. Navigating through the store offers in the main screen. Yep. Okay, so by the looks of this, there's actually a fair whack. Okie dokie. Ah. Okay, so there you go. Another various localization fixes. So that's all of it then. So we'll scroll back up. Oh yeah, we'll just start it there. And there you go. That's patch 40. So far it's already looking a little bit better than last month. So with the introduction of ROM and a new officer to be able to deal with kinetics, hostile kinetics. So while it's a brilliant start, that one, to getting us a second version of Talon and Chen. Obviously, maybe, just maybe, in April we might actually get an officer, a rare officer that does what Chen does. Who knows? We can only wait and see. But it's also good to see that we've got another base cracking officer. Somebody you can either use as a second boat against bases, or just put them on your primary boat to go crack bases. So, if you like this video, obviously, boot that like button. The more likes we get, the further this gets shared. And this is the one thing I've watched from other channels, like channel makers trying to improve my videos, is the more likes we get, the YouTube algorithm picks this up, so it spreads it out further, so we can get more views and hopefully get more subscriptions. So yes, as well, if you haven't subscribed already, please click that subscribe button, because the more subscriptions I get, the close. When I get to 1,000, we can actually look at start doing live streams. Okay, and obviously, as usual, if you've got any comments, queries, or you just want to put a general comment about what you think about this arc, drop it down below in the comment section. So, I've got a few upcoming videos I'm working on at the minute. One is the free-to-play grind, about how bad it is and everything. It will be done for me being in an alliance, though, because I am going to rejoin alliance because, well, I'll do a video based on why I'm rejoining an alliance. And it does have something to do with the mid-arc interval, about how much I'm missing out on. During the arc, the alliance events, to me, they're a bit blah, but there it is. So yeah, and I'm also going to start looking at the ships as well and see what we can learn. I mean, the one thing is I've never actually learned much about the ships myself. I've just built them. I've watched the content creators and I've gone through them. So maybe it's about time I started playing with these ships a bit more and doing a bit more with them. So I'm going to start looking at that as well. About not maybe crewing them. I'll go along with what the content creators say on that one, but more along the lines of what the ship's abilities are, and we'll be looking at that. So keeps popping in my head is the Saladin for one to look at, but we'll look into them eventually. So that's what I'm looking at coming up. But obviously there'll be other videos, depends what I come up with in the meantime. And also, I'm looking at if I'm joining the alliance, I can't really do it. I was going to say a territory takeover in one particular sector which has not been taken on our server yet. But if I'm joining the alliance, then I'm going to lose everything that I've already acquired during my time off. And unfortunately, that don't happen till Sunday. But anyway, thank you for joining me, going through the patch notes. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Hopefully, we're going to have a brilliant arc. Well, at least a better arc than last month. And I'm sure all the ones who love mining are going to enjoy some more mining and building up their latinums. I should have shouted out in the last video to the playoff server 153 Ferengi, who provided me the screenshots to help provide a bit more of a balanced view on last arc, and he's provided me some more this morning just to show what he's been doing in this current Latinum event, which he's literally gone from being 138th, having a lot to do in real life, and then cramming it through. I mean, I don't even think the poor guy slept last night, because he's literally gone straight from 138 to the top in a few hours. And that just shows what the players who love to mine can do when they really grind, and they can really challenge those leaderboards. For the players who do go out and spend, it says, look, right, I've got all this. Yes, he has got 4 features. Yes, he has also got a tier 74, so he can mine the latinum no end. So smashing work to him. Again, big shout out. Thank you for the screenshots, and thank you for keeping in touch and showing me your progression through this as well, through today. So, but please get some sleep. Make sure you get some sleep, and that's one thing as well to the community. After all, this is just a game, but please make sure you do put your own personal health in front of the game rather than the game itself. Because if you're going to fall asleep, you're going to get raided, you're going to lose your ships because they're going to go OPC. Because you've fallen asleep because you're that tired. So please look after yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next video. Live long and prosper.